2 videos a week for 100 days. It didn't make me more disciplined. It just cornered me because once you put in a certain amount of reps, you can't bullshit yourself anymore. And I kept showing up, even when I didn't feel sharp, even when the video felt mid, even when I wanted to disappear and call it resetting. I kept showing up. And I was on this freezing walk the other night. My hands are in my pocket, jaw tight, kind of doing the walk brain thing. And something kind of snapped in my head. And I realized that I don't think I've ever had a discipline problem. I think I've had a self-trust problem. I've always been scrappy. I've always had passion. I've always had output. But what I didn't have was a compressor. Finishing things when it's just not exciting anymore. This is staying when it gets boring, staying when it's embarrassing, staying when no one understands, when views are low, when your face looks fucking stupid on camera, when you're broke and you're still doing it anyway. That quiet inner thing that's just like, hey, I said that I would, and so I did. And when you start stacking even a little bit of proof that you're not full of shit, it messes with you because the old story starts dying. And there's really no way to drag it back to life once you've seen it. I used to think I was inconsistent, like I had a discipline problem, or like I just couldn't stay locked in once I was in it. And I honestly don't think that's it. I think that I've always just felt never enough. I think that it's been inadequacy. I grew up in Reno, sort of desert scrappy, middle child of 3 boys, single income household, cop pastor salary, hand-me-downs, making things stretch. I remember watching my mom once pour water into a milk jug. I remember I held on to a $20 bill for like a year. Just survival vibes, Not poor, but just like something was never enough. And when I got older, that never enough feeling, it didn't go away. It just got smarter because I've never been lazy. I feel like I've always been a little intense. I've always known how to grind when it mattered. So it was never a lack of drive. I think that it really was just this fear of finishing, because the second I finish, it leaves the lab. And then it's just me out in public. And so I'd go hard as hell, and then I'd ghost to reset or find clarity or find inspiration, all bullshit. I was just dodging the part where it becomes real. And so I hid in pressure. I hid in chaos. I hid in those violent waves and then back into the silence. And my body paid for it for a while. Chest pains, cardiophobia, feeling like I was going to pass out, hospital runs, just these health spirals. And in hindsight, it wasn't random. It was my system just cooked and my body keeping track of things when I was addicted to this loop of suffering and hiding and chaos. And calm felt terrifying. And I think a part of me kept waiting for someone to come rescue me. And no one came, because no one can. Not until you stop leaving yourself behind. It didn't change my personality. It didn't force consistency. It changed my relationship with disappearing. And without drama, without hype, without motivation, it just kept pointing at the same thing. Like, hey, are you showing up or are you leaving? And over time, I realized that it's not my moods that are driving. It's not my moods holding the wheel. And then I realized that my feelings can be really fucking loud and I can still stay. The fear can be really loud and I can still stay. The doubt can be really fucking loud and I can still stay. Then something really humbling happened. I just stopped needing to feel ready. I completely stopped needing to feel ready and I stopped disappearing. here's what I think actually surprised me is I didn't turn into the discipline robot that I maybe thought I would. I just started to feel held and tugged along. Like the consistency wasn't something I had to force anymore. It was just taking me. And once I felt that, like I got greedy, man. Like I started seducing it back, you know? Like, oh, you're here. I got you. Stay. I stopped needing manic fuel. I stopped needing panic. I stopped needing the external threat to wake me up. And I stopped doing the procrastination, adrenaline buildup thing because the rhythm itself, it started to rewire what I expect from myself. And I started liking the feeling of being someone who doesn't disappear. Then just really feeling like it was difficult to derail me at that point. Okay, the weirdest part of this 100 days thing is it's changing my self esteem. Like it's changing the way I see my face. I'm not scanning as much or kind of flinching as much. I'm not doing the catch yourself in the mirror on a bad morning, Jesus thing. I've always thought that so much of my insecurity was physical. And I really think now that it was just internal chaos. When I started to just show up twice a week, no matter what, I think that chaos, it stopped leaking through my skin. I started to feel really attractive and calm and solid and like I owned myself. And like my like my face just matched my life. I'm not a different person. I just ran out of exits. I stopped negotiating with the part of me that always wants to disappear and then return with a more complete personality. I think that 2 videos a week forced one thing: honesty. And once you feel that, you can't unfeel it. I am still me, but I just don't disappear anymore. That's it, my friend. I believe in you.